Hi, I'm Josh
I'm Gabe.
from Balanced Body Rehab. Today, Gabe and I want to talk to you about forward head posture. Almost everybody has forward head posture. What we mean by that is everybody has a little bit more of a carriage of their head forward relative to their rib cage, we'll say it. Because of that, what happens over time is the joints of your spine, and we'll look at the model here, but the joints of your spine, they're kind of shaped like this, one on top of the other. The joints of your spine get slid forward. The lower cervical spine from your mid-cervical, about C4, down to T2, gets slid forward as the skeleton or the skull gets forward on the shoulders. Over time, because of that forward head slide, those joints get stuck. So when the joints get stuck, it's hard to bring the head back again. So the only way you can remodel those tissues and really get your head back on top of your rib cage again is through repeated exercise. So commonly, we're teaching our clients how to do these repeated exercises to change their posture. It takes a lot of diligence, it takes a lot of awareness of your body and compliance to be able to make these changes, but you can make these changes. There's just some key details you want to know so that you can do it correctly and not also strain your neck. All right, we're going to go through those. So Gabe here is demonstrating a little bit of a forward head carriage. And what we're going to ask him to do, we call this the stinky cheese exercise, is just simply retract his neck as if stinky cheese was in front of him and he's saying, "Ooh, I want to get back." And so right here, Gabe is keeping his eyes horizontal he's keeping his eyes straight ahead so that his head is moving back horizontally there. And he's trying to pull his neck back as far as he can while keeping his eyes level with the horizon there. All right, and so that's one aspect of that. Notice when Gabe pulls back, he's pulling back, he actually gets his head behind what we'll call the hump of his upper back. And so that's a key indicator because I really want him to try to get his head back there. If he can get his head back there, then I'm going to ask Gabe to start to lift his head up. As he lifts his head up, I want to see his lower neck go more back, like that, to get that true extension in the lower cervical spine and upper thoracic spine. Remember, we're trying to get those joints to slide back on one another. Okay, sometimes when people have a bigger hump here or more restriction and they're really far back here, when they retract their neck, they can't get their head go very far back. And so whenever they tilt their head up, they just kind of tilt up in space right there, and that over-jams their upper neck here, and so that's not therapeutic. If you are one of these people that has a really restricted upper back, and you might have a little bit of a hump there, and you can't get your head past that point, then we recommend just doing the retractions and not doing the retraction with extension, okay? And here's the other key point with these exercises. You have to do these exercises every 2 hours or so during the day. So about 10 times a day to actually get the effects of it. The reason is that if these joints have been stuck like this because you're working on the computer or working in front of you for 8, 12 hours a day, doing one exercise in the morning to slide those joints back isn't going to be enough stimulus to those joints to actually create long-term change. So that's why this exercise in particular, we say you got to do it all the time, but not forever. You just do it for several weeks at that frequency, about 10 times a day, until you can feel those joints moving. You actually might feel the joints popping just a little bit. You might feel them starting to move. You might notice your rotation's getting better, and that's a sign of physical change of those joint structures. And so the frequency is very important. The frequency is important, but also you should not have any severe pain with this. You might feel some ache or discomfort, that's the joints changing, but you shouldn't have any sharp pain, no shooting pain down into the arms. If you have any of that, stop it immediately. That means you need more of an assessment to make the changes to your posture, and you should see a professional for that. Other things you want to recognize is that if you do a retraction and you feel a little bit of discomfort there, as long as you should keep doing the motions for another set of maybe 5 repetitions. As you do the motions, if the discomfort gets less, it's therapeutic. If the discomfort gets more, again, that's one of the indications that you need to stop. All right, anything else I missed there, Gabe, in the instruction?
I think that's it.
Okay, guys, well, good luck with this exercise and changing your posture, getting your head on your shoulders again, getting your head on straight. If you need any further instruction from us or if you need any help, then please contact us at balancedbodyrehab.com.